So 50 Shades of Entrepreneurship and Character and Competence. Which brings me to point 4, the saint of the arts. You know, one of the reasons why startup coaching and the journey-based startup coaching process that I created energizes me so much is because I was allowed to, due to the leadership present at the business school of the UFS, I was allowed to create a journey like an artist. I am a creative practitioner, creative writer, so I was allowed to build the process as a creative writer would. Literally a story process, a story that we can repeat every time we build a business model, every time we launch a new business. So business is definitely an art. You know, we can Google, and I think we should. It's always nice to Google something live and then get it wrong. Let me Google something live. Let me Google the term how to start a business. How to start a business, as simple as that. Okay. 7.740 thousand million hits. And I can promise you, we can round it up and say 8 billion. 8 billion hits. And now I need to just get back to my beautiful screen. 8 billion hits on how to start a business, and I can promise you most of them tell more or less the same type of story. So then on the other hand, people are lamenting the fact that, you know, many startups are failing in the first 3 years, 5 years, whatever. And people have different opinions on why businesses fail, why early businesses fail, etc. Well, first and foremost, it definitely is an art form. Because once we decide to make it, or we decide to build the business, it's like an artist deciding on a story, deciding on a song, deciding on a painting. I mean, we need to invest our time and all the resources we have to make that painting, that song, that story, that business. So when you've made that decision, you've got to go all in to make it. And that's the artistic discipline, where it is something just like any art form, from food all the way through to visual and melodic art forms. We need to engage ourselves in the making of it, and then we take it to market. So where's the trick? The trick is in this art. It's in the alignment with our market before we launch, but I'll get there. But what I want to say now is that this saint of the arts that I'm talking about, if you can shorten it, it's shortened to Saint Art, and then shorten it even more to Start. One of the great disciplines, I believe, for sustainable entrepreneurship, because we will be, as salespeople, which we all are, it's a natural thing. We persuade and influence others, and sometimes we want others to buy our products and or services. So sales is natural, it's human. Most salespeople, which means most people, we are faced with an ocean of rejection. You know, there's approaching 8 billion hits. There's a nice link there with the number of hits for how to start a business. So there's 1 hit for every person on earth, plus minus. But in terms of starting, how do we start our day? Do we get into a high performance state before breakfast? The night before, as an entrepreneur, as a startup, or as somebody putting my fingers into entrepreneurship for the first time, how did I start my last episode of sleeping? How did I go into sleep? Did I fill my heart with gratitude and then enter into dreamland? Or did I lament the fact that I lost there, or I lost there, or I haven't yet succeeded there, and then entered sleep like that? So starting, how do I start my episode of sleep or episode of rest? How do I wake up? How did my dreams influence my waking up? So then I wake up and I start realizing, okay, it's a new day. It's a Tuesday, CHOOSE. It's a Tuesday. Will I choose to switch on my gratitude engine? Will I find my way of going through a morning routine to make sure that I'm in a state of high performance before breakfast. Breakfast being when other people start seeing me, maybe in my own household, and then shortly thereafter, I start working on what I'm working on. I start getting in touch with prospective clients or prospective partners, whatever. And if they meet me in a state of high performance, that is the best possible chance for me to build a day which is a victorious day. And that's why I say that starting, how we start things, how I start a sentence, how I start anything, is always, they say, in Afrikaans, 'n goeie begin is half gewin. A good start is half of the victory. And I believe that very solidly as well. So starting, the saint of the arts. And if we can come to the moment, to this moment, and then say, I'm about to start another sentence. I'm about to start a new thought. Let's practice the saint of the arts. Let's become saints of the arts by starting in a way that will help us to build victorious days.